that again. Don't get no chip in your hand. It's the mark of the beast.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Not be accepted in heaven, but that mark don't go.
Yeah, that's it.
Zip from heaven.
Hey, that's it. That's it. That's it.
Zip from heaven with the mark of the beast.
That's it. That's
If
it.
you gotta be homeless,
Hey.
you better be homeless.
Hey, that's it. Bring it out. That's it. That's it.
All that. Like,
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. We close out on it. Yeah.
Hey, Shalom, this is Gamali Allah, the Great Millstone, Atlanta. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Akim, pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right, this quick lesson, and this is going to be entitled, He Can Get It, So Why Can't You? And as you see, all right, this was last Thursday camp on April 3rd. All right, and we were dealing with this Jake that came up. And, you know, he inquired, you know, and he came pretty humble. You know, he was, he knew he was an Israelite. You know, he really was new. I think he maybe only knew he was an Israelite maybe about a year. Something like that. But he was he was following IUIC and Sakari. All right. Which is no wonder why he doesn't know anything. Because, you know, it was a lot that he didn't really know. But if you watch, you know, this video, you know, you can see how we was dealing with him and just kind of also admonishing him of following those other groups. All right. You know, we went into a lot of the history and antics and wrong breakdowns and gimmicks of these different camps. You know, behaviors of these various camps, just to show him that that's not the way. You know, and that's also the, how do I say, that's also the danger of following these other camps. Is because, you know, this guy, he didn't know a lot of the things we brought out, a lot of the offenses that we brought out of these other camps, he wasn't aware of. And so when he found out, he was like, what? Like, they doing that? They teach this, they teach that. And we was like, yeah, you know. And see, that these guys follow, or I'll say certain people follow these camps in ignorance. You know, they don't really know the full spectrum. They don't see it from our perspective of these camps going off. You know, they're thinking that these camps is on point, and they don't know what all they teach. You know, but nonetheless, all right, hey, this very well could be a member of the elect because he got it. I even said that. You know, he gets it. You know, and at the end, you see, he said, "Don't get that C-hip in your hand." He said something like, "That's the MOTB." And he also said, even if you got to be homeless, don't take it. And that's on point. Mind you, this is a brother that is, you know, he hasn't come across Great Millstone before. You know, so how he knows that is the spirit. That's the spirit. I don't know. He said he follows IUIC and Sakari. So maybe he heard it before. That is the C-hip. I don't know. He had never come across GMS. But it's all the spirit of YAHAWASHI YAHAWASHI. It's all through the spirit of the Lord. So I'll start out by getting this. 1 Peter 2:2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. All right. And so That's all we really did is, we just dealt with the milk. All right. We didn't get too deep. We edified the brother. We went into, just different. So mainly getting on these camps, but also what else did we touch on? I'd have to rewatch it, but we just dealt with them. We didn't go into any heavy, deep topics. Let's see. If so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious. Yeah. So, but the point is, milk being the scripture is likened unto milk because milk is for babes. So you start with the easy stuff. You start with baby topics. But as they say, take baby steps. So we just took baby steps with Jake. We just took baby steps with him. We didn't go, too deep, and that's what these camps will do. They'll teach the law. They'll go deep into the law, and warn. They will. How do I say this? They'll tell their listeners, new listeners, to keep the law. All right, which we ought to keep the law, but that, first of all, we're not saved by the law. All right. Yeah, you should keep the law, but we're not saved by the law. We're saved by grace through faith. And so these camps, they harp on the law, but they don't keep the law. They don't keep the law 100%. And they go off when it comes to the law. They even go off when it comes to the law. So they're hypocrites. All right. There was another one I wanted to get. Let's see. Sorry, sincere milk. One moment. What was it? Lord willing, it'll come to me. I'm blanking out. I had another precept lined up. Lord willing, it comes to me though. Let me grab something else though. We'll get this. Ultimately, it all boils down to whether you believe or not. All right, and this guy, he got it. It wasn't hard. He was sincere. And we have good discernment, so we could tell. He wasn't scoffing. He had questions, but he wasn't scoffing. Romans 3:3, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahawah without effect? Yeah, so what if some did not believe? Ultimately, those that don't believe, they are not of the elect. Okay? Everybody's not going to believe. Everybody's not going to believe. All right? All right, this is Proverbs 1:5. It says, a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understand shall attain unto wise counsels. Yeah, so just like the individual that came out, it says a wise man will hear and will increase learning, and that's exactly what he did. He increased learning, and we barely even scratched the surface. We really went into, like I said, more basic subjects, but it says a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. So, yeah, somebody that is willing to give ear, that's qualities of somebody that's of the elect. It says, verse 6, to understand a proverb and their interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. All right, and that's what the scriptures are. YAHAWASHI even said that he said, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but unto them it is not given. So it's only given to a select few. But it says, to understand a proverb and the interpretation, all right, which is what? The breakdown of the scriptures. I believe, I can't remember, that reminds me of that precept where it says, I believe Isaiah said it, the prophet Isaiah, but he said, how can I unless somebody teach me? How can I understand unless somebody teach me? So it has to be taught to you, all right, by other men of the Lord. Now it says, verse 7, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. All right, so that's the beginning, is fear, all right? And that's one thing, how we persuade, because it says through the terror, there's another one, through the terror of the Lord, we persuade many. All right, and so us going into judgment these topics of judgment and America's destruction, that is humbling to people, and it makes them attain, it gives them, it puts fear in them. Verse 8, my son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. Okay? Yeah, so, that's pretty much the point. I just wanted to touch on that subject. Lord willing, you were edified, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Shai, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. That belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom.